What's a great platform to create your portfolio, and how many pieces of work should I show?
Can I be honest? Now we are not talking corporate language, guys. This is my Polish personality. I don't like this question. The first one about the platform. I will tell you why, because platform is not the most important question in this process. The biggest problem was about the story, the prioritization, the clear communication. Depending on how you will shape the portfolio, one platform can be easier for you to use than another. For instance, you pick one platform A, and then on platform B, you might find a better template that would fit better to your profile and the way how you want to showcase your stories and your designer profile. But of course, I understand this question as well. So I was a bit joking with this, that I don't like this question. But I just wanted to reverse the question that we need to think about those things first. It's not only the tool, but I know that it also determines some stuff, like how easy it is to start with this. For instance, if you have never done any web design work, the question is, do I have time to learn the tool, figure out those small challenges? Because even if you pick the easiest website platform that exists, you will still have some challenges because you are using the tool for the first time. So you need to get familiar with the interface. You also need to learn, okay, how do I lay out my website? Because I have never done a website before. When it comes to the concrete recommendation, I used for my portfolio course website Framer. It was very easy to start with, very flat learning curve. And they also have a lot of templates, but I'm not so sure if this is the best for you. As I told you, it all also depends on the constraints, because if, for instance, if you don't have those web design skills and you want to apply tomorrow, then I would think maybe PDF would be a quicker option. Chris, you want to add something?
Like, it's easy to obsess over tools, and I just want to show this one real quick because it calls out specific tools that you mentioned, like Framer, Webflow, or Squarespace. Do recruiters judge this? I don't think they do. I don't even know if recruiters can tell between these sort of web builders. I would focus not on picking the tool first, but writing the content first, because it's just another constraint that you have to kind of wary of, but maybe not when you're just vomiting words onto a page.
Yeah. Portfolio consists of specific skills. Learning storytelling, oh Jesus, I still haven't nailed it. It's like visual design. If you're missing this, you need to learn this. Web design, visual storytelling, knowing how to actually show your work. It's also a process to learn it and practice this. So you need to pick your battles, like whether you want to focus on learning and tackling those web design challenges and the tool itself, or whether you want to start with this and send this PDF for a few applications, and then in the meantime, work on a website version. To add to the question and the answer that Chris gave, I also don't think people judge the Framer, Webflow, whatever, but they judge the experience. If there is a tool and you feel like this tool doesn't let you create a great experience, or maybe you don't know the tool well, then it's a sign to maybe rethink a different platform. I know some hiring managers who might be a bit biased towards PDF and website, but I would not like to work for them.
Which one? The PDF camp or the website camp? You have to tell us now.
Both, because it's like you are hired as a UX designer, product designer, right? So it's not like you need to know web design. It's like totally separate discipline. I know that this is want us to do everything. I want to help people for also like expanding their skills, but it's on you to decide this trade-off decision, like, because if you don't have time and you want to apply, so it's better maybe to apply with this PDF format, right? I will nail the story, I will nail my visuals and presentation, but because of the time constraint for this application, I will just send a PDF and we will see.
We have to double click on, you have to read the application process carefully, because sometimes it'd be like, send a link. So don't get caught up there as well. Just quickly, going back to the first question, how many pieces of work should you add? I feel like that is source of anxiety. Do I need 10?
Yeah.
Do I need 3? 1? What do I do?
I know that some can probably check, okay, I want to see the whole process, 5 pieces of projects because you have 5 years of experience. I personally don't agree with this. Just say, okay, I will create 10 pieces of project stories for my portfolio, because you are chasing this vanity number. And what you need to chase is the quality. When you will be in this journey, you will build the number of projects naturally when you will add another project from your experience and so on. It's like your portfolio will evolve with your career and those numbers will be built. Sometimes people add everything and they don't think intentionally about what they show. So make sure to really think twice what you're adding to a portfolio, because not every hiring manager will click on your first project story, maybe they will click on the second or maybe the last, and the last will be the worst because you added this just for the quantity. If I could give you one tip about building quantity, you can break down the project into a few stories. You can show a snapshot from this project, pull out some juicy parts of the project in a few tiles in a bento box. You can be creative about how you show stuff. Sometimes people think that one work project equals one case study. It doesn't need to be like this. Think about breaking it down and don't focus on this quantity first. First, focus on quality, like which stories show your value best, and also which projects are also the most relevant for those positions that you want to apply for.
We have a question about the structure portfolio. Is it good to highlight about you section first or your projects? What do we prioritize here?
Yeah, I love this question. Some people sometimes are like, oh, you need to show personality. I want to see your about me page first. But you can show your personality already from the first thing that we can see on your portfolio, like how you style it, what you write about, what types of elements you highlight. If this about you section should go first or projects, depending on what you're showing on your about me page. But I would say that projects are more important in my personal opinion. The personality can be shown within your portfolio, and on about me page you can add a few more words about something that is interesting about you, because project is actually what the core part of your portfolio. Like, I want to see your experience, I want to see if you have tackled a similar problem, if you're intentional with your decisions, if you can craft something using like high quality designs or not. But it also really depends how you will shape about me. For instance, I was reviewing a portfolio today and a person was showing career metrics. So some summaries, like a career snapshot, because they had 10 or more years of experience, so they accumulated a lot of stuff. They could actually show those impressive numbers. This is what they prioritize as the first below the hero section on the homepage. And then after this, there were projects. I would say that for majority, this would be probably projects, and the personality, you need to think throughout the whole portfolio, and then you can decide what you can show about me page.
We have one here. Do recruiters care if my projects aren't live, or is process more important?
Good question. Very dependent on a hiring manager. When I was interviewing some hiring managers for the course, I've had from some that if someone is more senior, they need to have a few projects that were shipped. But for majority, I think it's not like black and white. Many times when the project is not going live, it's not shipped, it's about the business constraints and decisions that you were not able to impact. So you are focusing on what you have done in a project, and you can still show projects that were sunsetted, or even there were like sunsets in the middle of the process, if you still have a story that you could share because it was very impactful or maybe interesting as well. It depends, but majority, I wouldn't say it's like a must. And maybe the more senior you are, this might happen.
Another one that came in: how do you figure out what you're good at?
Yeah, love it. You need to be.
Want to listen to the full conversation? Click the video on screen now. Subscribe to the channel if you want to join us live. Oh, wait. Okay, fine, you don't have to join us for the live stream, but if you like stuff like this, then click that subscribe button. I'll see you on the inside. Bye!